What's up, guys? Zach here at Zappy, and I'm at one of my favorite cocktail bars in Austin, Saturn, with my man Steven Smith.
What's up?
Steven is the owner and creator of the Saturn concept.
The very first part of Saturn that was ever created was the logo, and I drew it on my iPad while extremely hungover after like a week of working at Whistler's. And I had some other pop-up concepts that I was doing in Nashville where I moved from, and I kind of just wanted to make something that was Austin specific and start one here. And so I started doing Saturn as a pop-up while I was at Whistler's.
What's kind of the vibe you're trying to create, and what are the people you're trying to attract?
It's not curated specifically to represent like a decade or specifically like a vintage feel. It's really kind of more of like a collagist type approach of just shit that I think looks cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a drink or two and be kind of buzzed and like what would be sort of interesting to look at and feel lived in and not overly built out and too nice and like not something where you can touch everything and mess around and have fun. I want people to feel very loose.
Right.
Not have any of those barriers to like having fun.
One thing you guys are known for, at least I know you guys for, is you throw pretty wild events. What are some of your favorite events that you guys throw here?
If something sounds fun or cool, I will do it.
Yeah.
I really don't like to be genre in anything. Any party we do that no respectable cocktail bar would ever throw. Like anyone that's trying to be concerned with being buttoned up or doing reservations or, you know, concerned about any of that type of thing, they wouldn't throw a lot of the parties that we do.
Yeah. This is not your boss's cocktail bar. So
no, absolutely not. And I mean, we'll make him a great drink, but when we decide we want to do something fun, we don't conform to any of the normal things you would think of for like a cocktail bar, which is what we are at our core.
Right.
But I mean, we've done death metal shows here. We've packed the room completely out for different really crazy DJ sets.
Yeah.
We're trying to have fun with the guests.
Right.
And I think that makes it where everybody feels totally free to just go nuts when that's what we're doing.
Right. How did you get into the industry? How did you come to own your own place?
I started out in Tennessee, a little south of Nashville in Franklin, and then later on moved up to Nashville. I grew up way more rural southern, so I was just sort of making my way to like where there was an actual city. But I started out in like fine dining, doing cocktail programs and wine, that type of thing. And then did some stints at bars off and on while I was doing that. And I really preferred the energy of like the high volume kind of a cocktail setting. And really just at bars in general, as I was coming up, I would always end up taking on like every role there. And I knew I wanted to open one for, I've wanted to do my own bar for like at least 8-10 years or so of time behind other people's bars.
What are you guys kind of known for, food and drink wise? And then what's your favorite thing on the menu?
I think the most important thing that we do is we make really technical drinks, just like you would get it here nor there or any of the other like really highly touted cocktail spots.
Yeah.
We just approach it with a totally different attitude. We don't posture or try to inform you unless you ask and want to know something. We're happy to explain or tell you, but like the point is that the drinks are bangers and we keep all the complex technical kind of nerd stuff out of the way. We're gearing up for our next like bigger conceptual menu, and that's called Country Boys, and it should be dropping towards the end of the month. My favorite thing right now is a drink I did with acorns and Granny Smith apple. So I got red oak acorns, which are like a fattier acorn, from a farmer that processes them so they're like edible to humans.
Yeah.
And they still taste like an acorn.
Yeah.
But I'm doing that with a Granny Smith apple cordial, whiskey, and we're clarifying it, and it is the most ridiculous flavor combination.
Yeah, that sounds
very
awesome.
southern. You don't see acorns listed on menus anywhere, and it started out as a joke, which is like what a lot of things here are. We're like, why don't we just try that?
Yeah.
And then it works, and you're like, well,
and then you actually end up
cool. Now I have to break down acorns all the time.
But when you're out and about and you're at someone else's bar, what's your go-to drink?
I don't really drink that much. I took a year off.
Yeah.
I've dipped my feet back in a little bit here and there, but I'm still mainly sober.
Yeah.
But I drink just well whiskey and cheap beer. Yeah. I don't drink cocktails at all.
Yeah.
I never have. I'll drink like a tiki cocktail if it's something fun, if I'm at the beach or something, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't drink cocktails whatsoever. myself and Matt, my other bartender, we both agree the best mixed drink that exists is a Jack and Coke.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of ingredients in Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola is complex, man. Like, at least originally.
Whiskey's complex,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah. It's
age it in a barrel.
It's a treat. It's exactly what it's supposed to be.
My favorite drinks are bourbon on ice, dirty martini.
Yeah.
Right, like one, two ingredient drinks tend to be my favorite drinks too. So I get it. Yeah.
That's really the point. Is like, is it good?
Do you
then I don't
enjoy it?
care.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't shame people for their orders here, which is something that
Some
also
places,
tends to happen with a certain type of bar professional.
What are your all's happy hour specials, right? So we're here with Zappy. You guys are on our app, but I'd love to hear kind of what do you guys feature?
We've updated. We do our margs and our old fashions for $8 from 4 to 7. Those are just like the most crowd-pleasing drinks for like the foot traffic that we have during the day down here, close to the Capitol. It's like super accessible.
Plus, you're in Texas. You want a marg?
Yeah, everybody knows what they are.
Yeah.
People fall in one or the other category most of the time.
Yep.
We do something that's like hilarious, I think, because it's a way too good of a deal. But we do a thing called a Happy Meal. So you get a quarter-pound hot dog, fries. We fry in beef tallow, which is awesome. So everything, the flavor is crazy. You get a High Life Pony and a well shot of your choice. So you get mezcal, whiskey, tequila, whatever. All that is $10 from 4 to 7.
Yeah.
So it's preposterous.
That's a killer deal.
It's just fun. We have an industry night on Mondays from 10 to 2. Your tab is just half off. Everything.
10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
10 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yep. What are your favorite bars or restaurants to go out to in Austin here?
Mother's Ruin just opened. That's my favorite bar. Like, just period.
Yeah.
I've been dying for them to have one here. They finally do.
Yeah. On 6th Street.
Yeah, since that opened, that's the only place I've been to.
Yeah.
Whistler's, where I started out in Austin.
That's a staple for me.
It always
too.
feels like home. It's like that's like how I learned Austin, and it was sort of my first intro to being like in the Austin bar world. And so that's always going to be a special place for me. Our neighbors around the corner, Small Victory, I really like a lot. Emmer and Rye is my favorite restaurant.
On Rainy Street.
Hands down.
I went there recently. It's awesome.
So good. Calamocho, which they used to have in one location. They moved it now. It's on East 6, where everything is. I love Calamocho.
Yeah. What's the best kept secret in the Austin food and beverage scene?
It's not a secret at all.
Yeah.
But it's the coolest place in Austin.
Yeah.
That does food or drinks. And I know everybody knows what it is, but Justine's.
Yeah.
Justine's is the coolest place in Austin.
I actually get a lot of Justine's vibes from like your social media and the way you think about stuff. I see a lot of parallels.
That is the coolest place here.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It's great.
So I think Nasha, the Indian Tex-Mex fusion place on 7th Street,
I've never heard
it's
of
right
it.
by Whistler's
It's
too.
the best kept secret.
It's one of my favorite places to bring people to because I love Indian food, I love Mexican food, and they do a hybrid, and it's so good. What's your favorite thing about being a bar owner here in Austin?
The ability to generate an idea or a concept and just put it out right away.
Yeah.
This is basically just a really expensive art project.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I agree with that.
I think the most important thing for like any creative product or thing you're doing is immediacy.
Yeah.
I think that's the truest, best form of what it is.
Momentum can kill creativity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, I
agree with
mean,
that.
momentum is everything. Keep an eye on Saturn ATX on Instagram because I'm going to spam that with stuff as the ideas happen and as parties come up.
Your Instagram's fun to follow, though.
But yeah, I think we have the most fun Instagram that there is in town.
Steven, it's been a pleasure, man.
Dude, thank you.
You can find Saturn's happy hour details on Zappy. They've been on there pretty much since the day we launched.
Hell yeah.
We really appreciate them taking some time with us. And if you haven't been down here, 9th and Congress, like, great spot. Easy to see the Capitol building. Easy to walk to a bunch of cool places nearby. But one of the best, one of my favorite cocktail bars in Austin by far. So
come hang out.
Yeah, thanks. That'll be the outtake.
Oh!